Fox Hallow fam, I'm Todd and welcome to Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. In 3 weeks, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary on YouTube. Over the past few years, we've come so far and we thought it'd be a good idea to look back to see how far we've come up till now. There's a famous quote that says, "Honor the past, celebrate the present, and embrace the future." Today we're revisiting our 2nd episode where I showed you how to make my great-grandma Kensinger's crumb cake. Let's take a look back to see how far we've come. Today's show has an old-timey flair. And what's nice about this recipe that I'm going to bake for you today is that you don't need that many ingredients when your cupboards are bare, but you want a really good tasty cake. I'm going to show you how to make great-grandma Kensinger's crumb cake.
We're still filming.
What the? This recipe is sweet, tasty, and so simple. So if you're ready, then let's have some fun. Alright, it's been a while since we've done this recipe, but I'm going to break it down for you pretty simple. We're going to go ahead and take 3 cups of flour into our stand mixer here. Yeah, looking back on it, Dave, this was what, our 2nd episode?
Yep, this is the 2nd episode ever. And now we're going to do it again.
Yes, kind of revisit. And as I said, we're just kind of embracing our past and looking forward to the future.
Mm-hmm.
To that, after we do our 3 cups of flour, we're going to add 2 cups of sugar. And as I've said before, this is kind of a nice treat whenever you don't have much ingredient-wise in the cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my mom always told me that great-grandma Kensinger always made this whenever she had company coming over.
Okay.
So we added a ½ teaspoon of cinnamon to our mix there. And then we're going to add a cup of butter. Make sure we get all that out of there. And we're just going to combine this. And then we're going to take a cup of our mixture here and then set it aside for later on. Okay, that looks awesome as it always does. This recipe has always just been a big hit anytime I've made it. I'm going to go ahead and set my beater here aside. And we're going to take out a cup of our crumble mix here. I have ½ a cup measurement. Let's see if I can just level this off here. Looks great.
Okay.
And Dave, do you remember the first time you ever had this cake whenever I made it?
Yeah, it was really good. I remember it very, very well.
Yeah, I'm definitely grateful that Mom initially made me this cookbook when I first had my first apartment, and she just put all these really great recipes into it, and this is one of the recipes. So once again, thanks Mom for making this recipe. Okay, now that we have our dry ingredients taken care of, as I said, we're going to go ahead and take a teaspoon of baking soda and dissolve it into 8 ounces of milk. And actually, Dave, believe it or not, I think this was one of the first recipes I ever really tried on my own.
Okay.
And ever since then, it's been a big hit. I mean, I know the family has asked a couple times to have this recipe, and yeah, I'm really grateful that Mom always made me this cookbook up, and yeah, this was one of the recipes we got. So once again, thanks Mom. So go ahead and let that dissolve there, and we'll go ahead and move on. Okay, now that we have the milk dissolved with the baking soda, let's go ahead and pour it into our dry ingredients and get our mixer going here. Yeah, I'm definitely grateful for Mom and then Grandma Dotson, and then Mom also said Grandma Kensinger was also a fantastic cook and baker.
Okay.
So you can honestly kind of figure out where I kind of get that from. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that looks absolutely amazing. It smells great from here. I'm going to go ahead and scrape the bowl here and get it ready to go in the cake pan then.
Awesome.
And we have one teensy step left to do.
Okay.
Now let's go ahead and get our batter into our cake pan. Now the recipe says to pour it into 2 separate cake pans. I believe Mom always told me that you were supposed to give one cake to a loved one and then another one for you keep for yourself. Well, since we've only got one cake pan here, we're going to combine it into one and just go from there. Now you will probably notice when it is completely baked that it doesn't rise as much as you would expect like a normal cake to, but the flavor on this is just absolutely amazing. And honestly, it's one of my favorite recipes to make, especially when I need something in a pinch. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and scrape my bowl here, and then I'll get it spread out and we'll get it in the oven for 35 minutes at 350 degrees. And one teensy little step I forgot to mention here. Do you remember the cup of crumble that we made earlier, Dave? Let's go ahead and sprinkle it on top of our crumb cake because, well, you can't have crumb cake without crumbs, right?
Right.
So,
just gonna sprinkle that all over.
Yes. And this definitely is an awesome cake, like I said, especially if you have not a whole lot of ingredients, but you want something really, really good. I mean, a lot of these old-timey recipes that Mom has given me over the years are still some of my favorite ones, and they're honestly the best kind. So, I'm definitely glad we're getting to reshare this again today, and as we're getting close to 4 years on YouTube.
4 years on YouTube.
Funny how time flies, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Looks good.
Let's go ahead and get this in the oven then.
Okay.
Now it's time for my favorite part, the taste test. So let's see how we did here. Get a little bit of bite. So sweet, tasty, and so good. You guys gotta love it. Enjoy. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you again for joining me and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, always remember, it's good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. I'll see y'all soon. If you like this video or any of our other videos,
be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.